Our final coach is head football coach Chris Willis, set to start his 5th year as head coach, but in his 20th year here at UNA. And I don't know, it might be a misstatement, but I would say his schedule may be easier this year. Only 6 of the 11 teams we're playing this year are nationally ranked. Last fall we played BYU and Liberty, who both finished in the top 20 in the FBS. So, Coach Willis.
Are you trying to fire me up, or who are you trying to fire? I want to piggyback off of Kevin and thank Jeff and his staff and any administrators that helped put this on today. Also, I want to thank Glenn and 306. We host our coaches show here on Wednesday nights, and it's a fun event to come to for about an hour, and actually it's the radio show. And so I want to thank Glenn and you guys. Appreciate it. I can't see. I'm blinded by the light here, but thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, listen, here we are. We're standing. It's just kind of surreal. I mean, what, a year ago, there was no season, you know, for the most part. They were being canceled. Are we playing? Are we not playing? We throw 4 games together. We play a game. We're off 2 weeks. We come back. We play another game, and you play BYU. You play whoever that was on the schedule. We pieced it together, and we were able to do it, okay, and I was glad. But I want to move on from that. It's over and done with, okay? We got to focus now on what's to come. I know this. We've got an 11-game football schedule. Very excited. I hope it sticks, as we all do. We've had our guys here for 6 weeks. It's been one of the best summers of working out that I've ever been a part of. 6 straight weeks, Monday through Friday, of just getting after it, getting in shape. When we reported last fall to play football, we were bad out of shape because we weren't able to come together. And it took a little time to do that. But we've had them for 6 weeks. We turned them loose this past Friday. Excited for them to come back. We gave them about 4 days, 5 days off. We're going to report August the 5th, which is this week. And we have our first practice August the 6th, okay? So we're excited. We're ready to go, and like I said, Jeff mentioned the schedule. You know, we open up on the road. I think 3 of our first 4 games on the road will be a little challenging anytime you go on the road, but we open up with Southeastern Louisiana September the 4th. They've got the Walter Payton Player of the Year, which in our league in D2, back when we were D2, it was the same thing as the Harlan Hill Award. The quarterback for their team is Player of the Year, so we get challenged right out of the gate with a good player. And then we come home and we play UT Chattanooga on September the 11th. We still have the contract in place, and the game with Jacksonville State, we'll go to their place this year. And as you know, and I don't want to we can talk to the side, this is our last year in the Big South. Last season, bittersweet, I guess you can say, in the fact that we don't get to compete with those teams for a championship. This is the last year of the transition. It's an awesome thing. I'm glad, and I want to thank our department, for the years of the work we had to put in behind the scenes to make all of that happen. And so that's coming to an end. The Big South's coming to an end, and so next year we'll be eligible for playoffs. We'll be eligible for championships, and we'll also be in a new conference, the ASUN, as we all know. You've seen in the news. So, but anyway, I'm excited. I'm just going to sit there. I don't have anything in front of me. I'll just keep rambling. I know everybody's got the clock on me, trying to see how long I'm going to go, so I'm going to cut it short. I brought with me today Will Evans, linebacker from Haleville. Jacob Gentle, offensive lineman right here from Florence. There'll be the 2 student athletes here today. I've also got some coaches here as well. I don't know who. I can't see them all, so I'm not going to go through it. Offensively and defensively, my roster's so big. I got so many names. So if I sit here and start on a group of guys, it could go for days. But we're excited about the roster we have. We're right at about 106, 107 that should report in. As you come to practices, and I know you guys will, we'll talk more about the roster in due time, and I'll meet with some of you on the side. I know I'm here next 30 to 40 minutes, so I'll interview off to the side about the roster. But listen, once again, it's just the fact that we're standing here having a media day, and here we are. I mean, come on, guys. Think about it. This time last year. It was miserable, okay? It was absolutely miserable. I'll speak for a lot of people, but right now we hope this season takes off and we can continue and have a great season. We want to build from this. We want to use our last year of the transition to move us over into the next season, which we're eligible for playoffs. And we're still learning. This is still a learning for us. It's not like we've got it all figured out, but we're going to take week by week, game by game to do that. And so anyway, I'm going to stop. I said I would. I appreciate everybody in attendance, and Roar Lions. Thank you.
We're here with Jacob Gentle. He's an offensive lineman from Florence, Alabama. Jacob, tell me about your summer and how you've been preparing for the season so far.
Well, this summer, it's an actual football summer. Last year, we didn't get to come in on time, and then halfway through we had to stop things due to COVID. So this year we actually had a full summer. We were able to get in 6 full weeks of good hard work. It felt really good.
And those 6 full weeks ended with something special. You got to spend a little time with the Army Rangers. How was that experience? And talk a little bit about that.
It's probably the toughest thing I've ever done in my life, honestly. It was really physically grueling, but not that. It was also very mentally challenging. But it just showed us that when you work together as a team, that you can get through any obstacle that you face. And it also helped us build a really strong team bond that was there, but now I feel like it's even more solid than before.
You guys returned 10 starters on offense this year. Now, let's focus specifically on the offensive line. How have you guys been gelling, and what can we expect from UNA in the trenches this season?
We're a really close group. We hang out a lot. We're a lot of hard-working guys. We're not afraid to get down and get dirty and compete with each other. We have a lot of talent, and I see a lot of good things coming from us.
And it's not just the line, but the skill positions, too. You have a lot of skilled people come back, Dexter Boykin, Andre Hall. What's it like having those guys on your team to just kind of turn the game over to when you need them to?
As a lineman, you're doing all the dirty, grueling work. It makes the job way more fun and all that when you have skilled players like that who are going to do something with the ball when they get it.
Now, you're entering your 4th year, and so talk about what is different this year. You have a chance to be a leader. It's the last year of the transition for UNA as they enter D1. What's been different about this year so far?
I feel like we're finally a Division I team. When I first came here, it was kind of, let's see how we can hang with these guys, see how it goes. But now we expect to win and expect to compete with the best FCS teams that there are.
All right, well, good luck this season. Thanks a lot. We're here with Will Evans. He's a 5th-year senior from Haleyville, Alabama, starting at the linebacker spot for the Lions this year. Will, talk about what it's like coming back for your 5th year and how special will it be?
Man, it's just such a joy to be back one more year. With everything we went through with COVID last year, the 4-game schedule, very thankful the NCAA let us come back another year and just, kind of go out on a strong note with a full schedule ahead.
Now, you've had some experience at different levels yourself. When you were a freshman, UNA was the last Division II team. You had a big punt block that season. Talk about the differences in your first season and this season and how you've grown.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being on the last Division II team, the first D1 team, that's going to be something I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life, especially a great program like UNA. The transition's been great. Obviously the competition levels stiffened up a lot, moving up to the Division I level, but at UNA, we embrace the competition, and I think there's brighter pastures ahead for us and a lot of success in the future.
Now, you guys last year didn't get a full offseason, so talk about the differences this year, having a full offseason to prepare for the upcoming year.
I think it's just been tremendous just for the program and bringing everybody together here for these 6 weeks in the summer and just training. I think, it's built a lot of camaraderie and collectiveness with the team. And it's helped us, develop some leaders in the off season. Obviously we did the Army training challenge and all that, and that's been tremendous for our program and developing some teamwork.
Now, early reports and talking to the coaches, they said this is one of the best conditioned teams they've had in a long time in the preseason. Talk about how important it is to be conditioned in the off season and how that will affect the future.
Absolutely. Coach Arian does a great job with us as far as our conditioning workouts and strength training programs. Work out in the morning at 6 o'clock. It's hard and it's grueling at days, but everyone's with the mentality that's going to pay off, and that's everybody's mindset. It's just to be great this fall, and this condition it's always relative. You know how Coach Steve is, but we love it and we embrace the challenge.
Now, we talked earlier with Jacob Gentle, and they've got 10 starters back on offense, but you've got 8 starters back on defense this year. Talk about your teammates on defense this year and what we can expect from the Lions.
Going back, talking about Gentle, those are some stand-up great guys, and it's an honor to play beside them in the offensive line position. Going to the linebacker group, we've got a great collective group coming back. Names off the top of my head are Daryl Sims, Jacob Gentle, Nate Reed, some guys that have been here a really long time with a couple of new additions, but I think you're going to see a lot of physicality, a lot of collectiveness, and a lot of tackles.
Now, as far as this transition goes, year one was kind of a let's just see where we stack up. Year 2 was let's try to compete more. Last year was let's play the toughest schedule we can imagine. What's year 4 looking like? What are some of your expectations and goals for the year?
You know, the mentality going into this whole thing was, well, let's just see how we can do. Let's get a measuring stick, how we compete at the D1 level. Now it's been the best, I think, mentality we got going into the season. I mean, we expect to win. You know, that's what in the University of North Alabama we expect to win every single game we play. So we're not going to shy away from any competition, and we'll embrace the challenge.
Thanks a lot. Good luck this year.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.